Mine is lagging?
I'm
No,
lagging.
I hear both of you.
Okay, good,
Oh,
good.
My video's lagging is all I'm saying.
Jack is once again the hero of this pod. He got me a Gatorade. Huge win.
Oh, I'm jealous.
I mean, you walked halfway there. I didn't do everything, but
You did the heavy lifting.
I'll take it. Alrighty. Hello,
We
everybody.
did make it. Happy Friday, everybody.
Welcome in. We did, in fact, make it.
Also, if Oliver joins, let us know because we need to relay to him. We put false information on the airwaves yesterday. Our tickets are refundable. Doesn't matter who wins. We will not be sweating out this. Oh, it's already over. Never mind.
What happened?
Ignore me.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
no,
sleep
it's not.
deprived.
Sleep
It worked.
deprived.
It worked out, but the tickets were refundable. If Minnesota pulled off a miracle, the boys would have been fine.
Is that a
Oh,
Brett
yeah.
Hampton cameo, Jack?
That was.
Yes,
That
sir.
was a
Yeah.
snipe, Sam.
It's on the show.
Hello, everybody. Welcome in. EJ, welcome in, Eli. Anyways, since the last time we talked, obviously the Celtics matchup is set. Like Bobby just said, Mavericks won Game 5 against the Timberwolves, clobbered the Timberwolves in Game 5. And now the Celtics, Kyrie, KP, Mavs, Celtics-Mavericks matchup in the NBA Finals is set. We'll be taking off on June 6th. We're about a week away. Bobby, just initial thoughts on the matchup, initial thoughts on Celtics-Mavs.
Oh, I think this is going to be really fun. There is the theater. It feels like wrestling that it's Kyrie
does feel
against
like
Celtics
wrestling.
fans with banner 18. Hold on with the cough. If I laugh, it's a problem. It's a full timeout, not a 20-second. But I mean, it really did, like with banner 18 on the line and that they have to go through him and the way he's playing, that this is the best ball he's demonstrated in years. It's not Kyrie from 2 years ago, for example, where it would mean something a lot different, that he's kind of Benjamin Buttoned this thing. And knowing that we've talked all along about the Celtics in crunch time and can they get the job done in those moments. And it was with Jokic in mind primarily in a potential final series against Denver. They're going to have, if they want to win the Larry O'Brien trophy, they're going to have to get it done at least once, probably multiple times in the final 5 minutes against two of the best in that capacity in Doncic and Kyrie. And so that is going to make for fascinating theater. And for anyone who has said they really haven't earned it to get to this stage, they're not going to have anything to say if the Celtics win this championship.
Oh, they will. You didn't have to play Jokic. Who knows if Luka's legs hold up? He's had his knee bleeding every single game in this playoff run. But yeah, they're definitely going to have some crunch time opportunities in this series. I felt like the conference finals was a really good tune-up for that. Everybody that asked me about this, I always just tell them, I'm like, yeah, I felt like you can say what you want about the Pacers. Maybe they're not your typical conference finalists, but they're still playing pretty well.
I thought it was our Wi-Fi.
It is your Wi-Fi.
Is it our Wi-Fi? I can't tell, Bobby. Are you here?
Right now, Jack is... Oh, he just unfroze. There's a quick freeze on Jack's part, but he's back in the game.
Oh, it was me. Gotcha. I can't tell. The Wi-Fi here sucks. I'm just going to go to the hots. Actually, I don't even think I've had any hotspot data left. I didn't hear a word you said, Sam. Not one single word of your statement. I didn't hear any of it.
Unfortunately, we're too far away for you to just get on my hotspot.
Am I even here? Can you guys even hear me? Okay, I'm not here.
You're present.
I'm not present. I'm not present. Skip me. I cannot. I'm not here.
I was going back in the Pacers series, and I was saying I was impressed by the crunch time execution.
I cannot talk.
Did you stop talking? I was impressed with the clutch time offense, and I like that they were able to finally execute in close games. There were games that they had to go out there and take, regardless of how ridiculously bad the Pacers were at times. They still had to go out there. They had to make the shots. The ball moved really well. It didn't look the same as a lot of these possessions did in the regular season when the clock was ticking down.
While he's frozen, I don't mean to bring up something else, but happy birthday, Eli. You're a king, so shout out. Sam will be back at some point.
Birthday.
Jack is not
I'm here. I'm here.
We're running solo right now.
You guys are lagging. I'm here.
He's back. Keep going. Crunch time.
You guys have never experienced, like, it's always me lagging. It is not me today. It's you guys.
No, you just lagged.
Sam,
you were definitely just out.
Sam,
I
that's
don't-
exactly why we assume. Like you
It's
treat that
okay, but
as if we're wrong to assume, but that is why we are assuming, because your Wi-Fi is usually the bad one. And I can't.
You were definitely
but
just out. I'll
no,
let the
I
chat
don't think
that's
I
chime in.
fine.
was. I could see both of you.
I'll let
It's
the
us,
chat
Bobby.
chime in and say if they could hear him the whole time.
No. It's
Lag
us.
gate.
It's us. Yeah, it's
We're
definitely
on
us.
lag gate. Pretty bad.
This is really bad.
And if it was me, I do apologize.
I think it's us. The Auerbach Center Wi-Fi is notably terrible. I don't have hotspot data left though, so I'm gonna try to get some, I guess, because I really can't use it. But
Is there someone else's you can jump on right now?
No, definitely not. I froze for like 2 seconds. Is that it, Eli? Did anybody else freeze? I'm gonna try to get hotspot data in the meantime. But anyways.
I could see you both on my screen, but I think you guys are freezing while you're still present. Because Jack, you have had this experience where even though you think you're frozen, I can still hear you, and it works vice versa sometimes. Whew, what a mess. We're back. We're back.
This is unbearable. I'm getting very frustrated because I can never tell. But anyways, Celtics-Mavs, the crunch time thing is very relevant. I think all of these factors are very relevant. But at the end of the day, like to act like the Celtics haven't been tested at all is to ignore their 64-win regular season. It's to ignore how good the Pacers were in that series. I think that's been underrated a lot. Just like the Pacers as a team were pretty impressive, and I don't think that's talked about enough. I think it's just talked about, the Celtics, of course, they won, like, duh, but like the Pacers played really well, and they deserve credit for that. I think the biggest thing going into the series, everyone's talking about the Kyrie and the drama, but like Luka Doncic has been incredible. He's amazing. He's one of the best pick and roll players in the league, and I think the Celtics are equipped to guard him. But at the end of the day, like I wrote this in my article previewing sort of the backcourt and Kyrie and Luka versus the Celtics. At the end of the day, sometimes he's just going to be unconscious, and it's going to be about how can you limit his effectiveness, how can you limit the players around him. And Bobby, I'm curious what you make of the Luka versus the Celtics aspect, how they can guard him, and sort of what they're willing to live with, because I know Joe talked about it a little at practice.
Yeah, that's the crucial reality, that you mentioned there, where he is someone who has thrived on the biggest stages his entire life. And so he's not going to be afraid of the moment, the environment, none of it. And sometimes you can have a great defender playing exceptional defense, and against a player of this caliber, it does not matter. And then it's going to be on the Celtics to persevere in those moments. And maybe they won't. We'll see. You have to give players and teams their just due of the credit, where sometimes they just simply outplay you. And Luka Doncic and Kyrie are certainly capable of that. As far as matchups go, one, for both of them, you need to cycle through different options to try and keep them at least somewhat off balance, right? But I do love the idea of physicality and getting aggressive with Doncic, who has size and is very big, but he doesn't have the fastest first step. And usually what he's looking for is bully ball or the step back three. And so if you have Drew Holiday in his airspace, or you have Jaylen Brown, and the latter is the one that, especially going off that game in Dallas, where he forced him to take 30 shots to get 33 points in 40 minutes, I want Jaylen to be the primary defender on Luka Doncic, and then you cycle through Drew Holiday and any other option you want. And really, I think, try to fight through those screens where if it's drop coverage against Kyrie and Luka all day long, that feels like lunch meat.
I love a lunch meat claim from Bobby. We have Nick's in the chat saying Celtics cakewalk to the finals will be exposed by the Mavs, who had to go through hell. This one is me.
Okay. Me and Jack were thinking the same thing. I was looking at him just now.
I'm not saying anything. I got yelled out once already. I'm not saying anything anymore. I'm not making any assumptions.
I think, well, today it is more likely that it is both of you than it is me.
Yes.
The only reason I assumed it was you the first time is because I could see Bobby. Bobby never froze for me. It was just you. And so that's why I was assuming.
Well, sometimes I get the one person.
And you were still going strong just now. So I was like, let me shut up and just let him cook.
Yeah, the Mavs bigs will dominate Porzingis in the paint. Yeah, because those guys, they really work out of the post in Dallas. Derek Lively and Dale Gafford really just get a bunch of post touches. No, they're good on the roll, but they just don't play that well. The Celtics are a team that is very well equipped to guard Dallas. They just are. Like, Tatum and Brown are very lengthy defenders. They're good defenders. They're good, well-equipped guys to defend Luka. White and Holiday are well-equipped to guard Kyrie. If you're a Mavs fan and you're looking for your team to attack anybody on the perimeter, it is Porzingis or Horford, whoever's out there. But besides that, the Celtics really don't have many defensive weak points. It's not like playing Minnesota, where you have Luka taking advantage of Jaden McDaniels' size, being a smaller guy, despite being an all-league defender. He's still somebody that doesn't exactly have the strength to be hanging with somebody like Luka. Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum do. It's not going to be as easy to pick on guys. I think Dallas is a good team. Like, this isn't what I'm saying. It's just like the Celtics are a much better defensive team than I think people are giving them credit for. At least this person is.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely more complicated than just, slow down Luka. Definitely more complicated than the Mavs bigs. Definitely more complicated than everything. Better not be calling the King Derek White for it. And Gafford in the paint's good. This Mavs team is good, and they're effective, and those two guys are two of the best in the world. But I also think it's up to that Mavs team to defend this Celtics team. And I think Joe Mazzulla said it today at practice, like, offense is connected to defense, and adjustments can be made based on, defensive things aren't going well, but sometimes the adjustment is as simple as make shots, like be better on offense, because if you're not as good on offense, then transition gets out of whack, the matchups get out of whack, and the other team gets running, and then that scrambles everything because everything's connected in an NBA game. And so I think Kyrie on offense is just as important as stopping them on the other end of the floor. So I'm curious to see how vehemently the Celtics try to target Luka and Kyrie on that end. I don't know if Eddie can hear me because they're both frozen for me, but perhaps it's probably on me. So did Bobby. Hear you the whole time. So I was left on an island. I just kept talking, hoping that I wasn't the one frozen. But Greg in the chat, shout out Greg. Green with Envy, Celtics blog legend. There are far too many matchup issues we can prevent for them. I think they'll need to play Josh Green more than they'd like to want to stop us. And I think this is really important too. Like the whole mismatch hunting thing, that's sort of how the Celtics offense has gone about everything this season. And I'm curious, which matchups do you think you want to see the Celtics target the most? Bobby, you froze for a sec, but if you'd like to give your thoughts on that while you're back, please.
Yeah, as long as the Wi-Fi will allow it. If you remember, Jalen talked after game 2 against Indiana that he really wanted to start to go at and challenge Tyrese Halliburton more, to try to wear him down over the course of the game, and offensively in particular, by making him work harder defensively. And it worked. And so I think it's going to be the same with especially Kyrie. I mean, Luka's not known for how much that stamina bar stays on Green, but he does an outstanding job pacing himself, which is code for doesn't do a ton defensively. And he can talk about putting in more effort and being better at that end of the floor this season, and that's true. He still doesn't do a ton defensively. He is mostly a one-way player. And with Kyrie, you can talk about being
too many people in the Airbag Center Wi-Fi, I guess. Tough.
No one can hear me right now?
He's good. He's good.
Oh, really?
I'm just going to keep going as if you guys could hear me the whole time.
That's incredible. How does that even happen? He's like completely... I can't even see him right now. That's insane. Okay, sorry.
I would love to know what Jack's screen looks like, because now I'm fascinated. But when it comes to Kyrie, I mean, you have to go at him as well, and you have to go at these guys successfully. Thank you, Eli. I really appreciate that. So that's going to be the key here is, for example, sometimes you can matchup hunt the right target, but if you're not getting the results, how quickly can you pivot off of that and find success? And so going at Kyrie, this is so funny that the audio is coming through and it's all black. So
the audio wasn't coming through either. It was silence.
Bobby is on my screen. And even when that was happening, obviously I know it's happening, but like, he was okay. I understand the concern from Jack.
I'll take it. So, I mean, it comes down to, one, those are the two you want to target the most. But secondly, can you be successful? How quickly do you pivot? And do you find success if you're not? Because there are going to be times where Kyrie or Luka will get stops, even though it was the right idea to go at them. And so the key is, again, how efficient are you with what you're trying to do? And how many different counters do you have out of it? That's going to be the key.
You mentioned Jalen. I cannot wait to see Jalen take on the assignment of Luka. Jack and I talked about this on the series preview on the channel that we recorded last night. Jalen took a ton of pride in the Luka Doncic matchup this season. He picked him up, made him work, put him on the floor, broke his ankles, if you will, made the jump shot. He just put Luka in the torture chamber in the game in Dallas. But Jalen, somebody that we have talked about forever, Jack, as maybe not the greatest off the ball defender, but if he's willing to expend all of his energy being the guy to slow down the heliocentric ball handler, maybe that is the best defensive use for Jalen. Jalen's someone who feels slighted that he was not a part of the all defensive teams this year. He said it to you guys. He was like, of all the things, it felt like that was the biggest slight. I really wanted that. I felt like I earned it. But he has a tremendous opportunity to step up on the big stage and prove to all the people that he feels doubted him that he can defend. So that's one matchup I'm truly looking forward to. Another thing I really want them to see them do mismatch-wise is to go at Kyrie down low, whether it's Drew Holiday, whether it's Jaylen Brown. You have guys that have done a good job of playing out of the post in the postseason, and they have shown you. Drew Holiday dominated the smaller guards in the Indiana series at times. Kyrie, Luka, both of them are the offensive pistons, if you will. Not in a basketball sense, in an engine sense. They make everything run.
Insult them.
If I'm wrong about the cars,
Shout out to your Pistons,
forgive
though.
me. Shout out to our Pistons. It's very tough. Did you see the guy make Keith laugh and spit out his drink on the Pistons podcast?
No, but that's hilarious.
No. What happened?
They were talking about like tanking next season for Cooper Flag, and then the guy's like, "Well, I don't think we're going to get Cooper Flag at 5." So, and then Keith spit out his water. It was excellent.
You need to link me that. I want to see that.
I got to find it. Keith retweeted it.
Okay.
But
okay. Perfect.
those two guys are the supports, the pillars of Dallas's offense. If you're making them expend more energy than they would like on defense, which you have the ability to do because your scorers are so well versed, everybody that is in the starting lineup when the Celtics are healthy, meaning if Porzingis plays, can put up 20, 25 points. It's possible. They've done it in the playoffs. Use whoever it is and just go at those guys. Don't completely throw everything else out the window. But there are going to be stretches where you're going to be able to take advantage of whichever one of those guys you want.
Mm-hmm. Listen, I think going back to like the defensive side, because it feels like I was listening to Zach Lowe this morning, and he made the point of this game feels like it will largely be decided when the Celtics have the ball in their hands, because Luka's going to do Luka stuff. Like that's inevitable. He is in the Jokic category of almost impossible to stop him. What the Celtics can do though, and I don't know if I fully agree with that point, because I think the Celtics defense deserves more credit than that. I think it's going to be more about a team effort. I think Jalen will take on the matchup, obviously, and he's done a great job of it. But I also think it's important to note that like Celtics have 4 of the best perimeter defenders in the NBA. They have some of the best rim protectors in the NBA. I think Zach Lowe was made the point of like they're probably going to stick Al or Kristaps on a Derek Jones, on a PJ Washington, just so like they can help over and if they want to screen for Luka, they're going to have to use one of those guys. If Luka wants to get, Al or KP in the action at the same time with Kristaps and Kyrie screening for each other, I think you'll see a lot of off-ball stuff trying to get KP or Al on one of those guys preemptively. So they can, bring Kyrie or Luka to screen for the other one with Al or KP on them already. So I think it's going to be up to the Celtics. The Celtics should have to be so unbelievably connected on the defensive end. They're going to have to communicate at the highest of levels to guard this 2-man action. But at the same time, I think you're going to see Joe living with a lot of Derek Jones threes, PJ Washington threes, and other guys beating them if he can get the Mavs to that point. I also think the offense, I've spent the whole offseason, or playoffs, I should say, talking about how I want to see the offense be more dynamic, less mismatches, less, hunting in that sense. And now I kind of feel like that's what they should do. And now I kind of feel
like the window it goes.
Yeah. Now I kind of feel like they should be mismatch hunting, but at the same time, it's tough for me to pick. Bobby, I'm curious as to those two approaches, like offensively and defensively. What do you want to see? Like, what's one thing you want to see the Celtics focus on each end of the floor?
Well, so I think that a way to conserve energy for their centers, Horford and Porzingis, is that if you have them stationed, for example, like similar to your point there, I complain all the time about when there's a lack of activity offensively, especially on the weak side. and it's mostly just standing around. There's a high ball screen. There's maybe one pass, maybe not, and that's it. And that to me is just deplorable offense. But if you're asking, for example, more from Al Horford and Kristaps Porzingis defensively, because you don't want to just live in drop coverage against Irving and Doncic, well, a way for them to rest is at the other end of the floor. Let them be stationary. And then when you do put, especially Porzingis, in pick and pops, I mean, Gafford and Lively are two guys that love to drop back. And so he's going to get those shots all day long. So it's not just being 7'3" and shooting over anyone he wants. It's the idea that these guys are going to give him that space, presumably. Maybe they come up, but now you're opening up the rim for the drive. So I think that a simple way to attack these guys is those pick and pops. I think that you can find ways offensively to rest Horford and Porzingis so that they give more defensively than just dropping back to save energy. And I'm curious to see, towards the other point you raised there, Jack, when it comes to someone like a PJ Washington, he can be streaky, but he did come into the league first and foremost known for his three-point shooting. So do you play off him and risk that he gets in rhythm and just stays hot, because he certainly has that capability? So I'm curious to see how much they're willing to live with him in particular getting clean looks from three.
It's funny you mentioned like the Porzingis pick and pops. It is going to be a difficult adjustment for Dallas, I feel, to have to deal with stretch bigs. You just spent a 5-game series defending Rudy Gobert. I know Naz Reid comes in and he's more skilled and his offensive game is more diverse than Gobert. But at the end of games, the idea from the Timberwolves is they wanted Cat and they wanted Rudy on the floor. Whether they actually wanted that, they felt a responsibility to those guys to not embarrass them by benching them in the big moments. So it's going to be a little bit different when the big guy on Boston's side of the floor has more in his bag than just catch and dunk, which Gobert could barely do. We joked about this, Jack, where I was like, what do you think you'd rather do? Do you think what's worse, seeing Gobert catch the ball in the post and get ready to go to work, or seeing that first between the legs dribble from Tatum? I mean, Gobert really just doesn't have that much offensive ability. He's big, and that's great, and he uses his size. Porzingis, he uses his size, but he's able to do it in so many more ways. He has the catch and turn around from the free throw line. He has the pick and pop, like Bobby mentioned. These guys like Derek Lively, who's a rookie, by the way, are going to have so much more responsibility on defense. They're not going to be able to just camp underneath the basket like they were against Minnesota.
I've said it on the pod, and I say it here again. That Timberwolves team was built to beat the Nuggets, and then they ran into a team that's almost the opposite of the Nuggets, and you see how it went. But I don't know. I'm pumped for this series. We'll have plenty more time to talk about it, so I won't get into everything running through my head. Bobby, any other thoughts on this Mavs series? Just quick hit stuff before we get into trivia, which I have to load up still, so feel free to filibuster for a minute.
That's perfect, because my comment is not related to the series. It's Tim Connolly must be pulling his hair out that he built a team to beat the Denver Nuggets, accomplished that, and then got eviscerated in the Western Conference Finals. Like they went all in on Rudy Gobert, which was a terrible concept to begin with. I don't care how well it's worked out. You can't mortgage the future for someone who doesn't move the needle enough. And it worked, only to have it still blow up in their face by something that they didn't see coming. Like, that has to be infuriating.
Another infuriating thing. Dallas has an addiction to wearing navy blue uniforms at home. So I think that means we may see home whites on the road in this series. And not good.
Sam, did they wear the home whites in Dallas in the regular season?
The Celtics? Yes.
Yeah, I thought they...
Doesn't mean it was pretty, doesn't mean it was acceptable, doesn't mean it was honorable behavior, but it did happen. Speaking of yesterday, Wolves were done as soon as they put the uniforms on. Said it on the recap in the morning. Who thought that was a good idea? The gray uniforms in a must-win?
Uninspiring.
If the Celtics did that, I might have to turn my back.
If they came with the gray pajamas?
Yeah. Disaster. That is... Read the room, buddy. You need to know. Big game. dude, you got to do something. You can't roll with those. Those shouldn't even be uniforms as it is. Never mind wearing them in a closeout or a must-win
season on the line.
Yeah.
And look, they came out flat. They weren't ready to go.
Yeah, their offense was give it to Rudy in the first quarter. I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
They treated it like a preseason game.
Giannis, NBA champion, knows starts with the equipment manager.
Right?
Amazing.
I mean, look, Deion Sanders, look good, feel good, play well, they pay well. Timberwolves accomplished none of it.
Yeah, Timberwolves. Awful.
All right. Are y'all ready for trivia? Shall we?
Ready for trivia.
Let me get the correct sheet open. I believe
Chat,
Bobby
we need
won
a
last
collective
time, right?
prayer for the collective Wi-Fi on the show.
That's very true. This might not be the day for GeoFinder.
GeoGuessr? Oh, no, we'll still get everything. Come on
GeoGuessr.
now.
It just comes in over the shared screen. It's just all pixels. Am I on
Oh,
Minecraft?
hold up. I need to write the question. Hold up. Most.
Yeah, Chappa.
Like
I
Legos
did see
movie.
the post breaking down like all the different seeds that won the NBA title, and the fifth seed not having one doesn't sit well with me.
Yeah,
It
First
does,
time
but it
everything.
doesn't. Don't be the first. Don't be the first. As Kuzma
All
said
right.
at this point, don't be that team.
right?
Here's the question. Here you
Great
go,
awareness from Kyle Kuzma, as always.
Yes.
Keeping it simple.
Kuzma,
just
by
the
the way,
most
who did not want
points.
to be on this Dallas team.
Very true. You should
Hmm.
hear Cameron talk about that. I told Jack one time, absolutely hilarious take on it. That might be right. About basically that Kyle Kuzma might have off-court reasons that he didn't want to leave Washington, D.C.
Okay. I can guess. I have an educated guess.
Correct.
Yeah.
All right. Keeping it simple. Just the most points scored in a game against the Celtics by a Mavs player ever. That's it. Playoffs, regular season, don't care. That's the question.
I get to go first.
Yes, you do.
Dirk Nowitzki.
Alrighty. 37.
It's a lot. Luca. It's slob.
I'm hoping it's that 33.
42.
Dirk, Luca, and it gets worse.
And it gets funky.
Yeah.
Dirk, Luca, good luck. That's the question.
I will try Mark Aguirre.
That's a good guess.
I have no idea, Sam.
You probably could have sat on that one, to be honest.
This is also true.
38.
I'll take
Good
it.
answer. Keep that one in my back pocket for now.
Sorry, chat. Let me close the chats,
Oh.
obviously.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. I wasn't looking at it, but I did forget. This is tough. Very tough. Now I'm starting to have so many different names pop into my head, and I'm afraid. Oh boy. I will guess boy.
Oh, he's got the music up.
Oh, there's a lot of answers now I think about it.
It's a lot all of a sudden.
I think I'm gonna guess I already said this. I already said I was gonna guess. I already did. This feels like a big spot. Just does. He's only played a couple.
Look at the pressure that comes from how many options there are.
I'm gonna guess Steve Nash.
Oh,
Might
there
be
you,
a
sir.
guess.
I mean, He very easily could have been my next guess. So we're going to find out together here.
Just wasn't sure if I could sit on it or not. Yeah,
Oh, thank
terrible.
God. That was the concern because it could have been 35. It could have been 20. All right. Again, like there's so many options, and you're trying to sift through right now. I will go with Michael Finley. Celtics legend Michael Finley, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Jack's frozen on a phenomenal picture.
Oh, he was smiling. I was so shook. Okay. I'm going to guess
for now.
Jamal Mashburn.
Wow, that was my next guess. Well done. This is huge, Sam.
Well, this really isn't going well for me. I don't.
Oh, that's a tough one. All right, we obviously have a specific individual that we both have in mind right now. Might have to guess him.
Very tough.
Did Bobby guess? I can't hear or see.
No, I haven't guessed yet.
Okay.
I will take a chance on Josh Howard.
We were talking about him the other day.
That's right. Conversation legend Josh Howard. Oh, that's big.
I'm going to guess Rondo. He had a really big game when he came back. I don't know how many he had, but I was there and he was making a lot of threes. Okay.
Wow. What a response.
Well, I need something better than that.
21. What is that math?
You have 111. Or, sorry. Yeah, 121. Still in striking distance, but.
Big guess here, Bobby.
Huge guess here.
Steve Nash really got me, man.
I almost want to double check it just because. Yeah, okay.
It's okay. It was like before he. It was unbelievable.
This is a team with so many names. That's the problem. It's tough because I can't say anything. It's just a tough spot right now.
What did you say? Oh, thank you. We're doing trivia right now.
Okay.
I will go with Jason Terry.
Oh, I forgot about him. It's a tough answer because they only play twice a year. Wasn't that tough?
What's a tough answer for the twice a year?
Am I done, Jack?
I believe so.
I need 42.
Yeah,
Sign.
unfortunately, you're done. The most you can get is 40.
Oh, man, there's a 40?
There is.
I still want to try.
Yeah, you can try to get the 40, but
Gotcha.
unfortunately, that is a dub for Bobby.
Have to go for it, though.
40?
I can tell you all the year if you want, but...
No. I want
All right.
to think. Apologize. I want to think.
I don't think y'all are getting it, which is why I offered to tell you the year.
Still no.
All right. I'll
That
finish
does
my article. What
eliminate-
y'all think then?
I'll just guess Jim Jackson, but I don't think it's him.
It is Jim Jackson. Yeah.
You know what's funny? So I had a list of 4 people in mind, and he was the first one I cut from it.
Well, I
Left
made it
on the board.
respectable.
Yeah.
Jim Jackson, Rolando
Okay.
Blackman, Jay Vincent, Harrison Barnes had 31.
Wow.
I remember that Harrison Barnes game that dude cooked.
All right.
Got to.
Chiefs running back led the NFL in rushing yards a 2-year span from
OJ
05
Mayo
to
is a
06.
phenomenal guess.
Is this Jamal Charles or was this pre-Jamal Charles?
I think that was before his time.
All right, so try Priest Holmes then, or maybe Larry Go Larry Johnson. I think it's Larry
Johnson.
Okay, I don't know. I just think Jamal Charles, like I was like a team.
No, you're right. This ECF franchise lost in back-to-back finals appearances in 02 and 03.
New Jersey and the Nets.
They made it twice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Scow on the board.
Honda Center, Petco Park, and Crypto.com. Oh, well.
Wait a
Right,
minute.
this
No,
is
no, no,
just-
no, no. Oh, California.
Oh, state. I almost said Los Angeles, too. I was confused.
I was about to say San Diego. I was in the same.
Nicknamed Ike, this 5-star military general was president in the U.S. from 53 to...
Eisenhower.
Bet. Hell yeah.
It's
So
a big play.
Well,
Brad
that's
Pitt.
Brad Pitt and someone else. Who's the woman?
No idea. Priest Holmes was a beast, by the way.
Who is that?
That's not the no. I thought it was the woman from Modern Family for a second, but it's,
Yeah, I thought so too, but I don't think
Oh.
it's Julie Bowen. Also from Hubie Halloween.
everybody think I'm weird as hell. I have no idea. It's not Pink, is it?
I don't think
I
so.
don't know what she looks like.
I have nothing though, so we can come back to this. Name the chocolate gold foil ball, paper liner, wafer, milk chocolate, and hazelnut.
Is it Lynn?
Is it the La
no,
Roche
no.
Ferrero Rocher?
Yes.
There we go.
Oh, it might be
Good
Amy
trouble.
Adams.
Good.
Oh, that could be a snipe
It is.
right there. Yeah, I think
It
you
is.
just nailed that.
Who said that in the chat?
Good answer.
Chapa.
Good answer, Chappa.
Shout out Chappa. Good call. Yes, sir.
I was
Nice.
hoping to be wrong. Start calling them
Good
names.
good trouble, grownish, and cruel summer aired on what
ABC.
cable channel?
Ah, must have
Oh.
been Freeform.
Cameron Diaz and Jason Segel played a Mario Cup trying to spice up their relationship when they run into tech issues in this 2014 comedy.
Sex tape?
That sounds right.
Nice. What you going to do? The opening lyrics of this 2005 Black Eyed Peas song. Oh my hump. Or is it lumps or hump? Not humps. Yes. Yes, double dip. What is
I
it?
think it's
Freeform?
Blackish was ABC. I just assumed it was the same.
There we go. Let's go.
Well done.
Love that. All right. Do we want to do GeoGuessr or do you want to skip it? Wi-Fi's looking good.
Let's do some GeoGuessr.
Yeah, dude, we're just
Hell
riding. It's like when Kramer runs out of gas in the car and they see how long they can go on E and Seinfeld.
I'll always be here for a Seinfeld reference.
Yeah.
Let's go. You want to do US or world?
Do
Sam,
world.
you can call it.
Oh, maybe we do US. Let's do US.
Alright.
Give us a little
Okay.
chance. A little chance.
Off, Sam, so we can listen to this beautiful GeoGuessr music.
Oh,
Yeah. Sorry. You know what I'm saying.
music.
What'd the sign say?
Make
I
a
don't know if the
wish.
sign had relevance. Oh, gotcha.
Oh, wait, go. 469. Indeed.
This does not help us.
Let's look at the trees. They get winter there.
They do. Ooh, can I go to this side of the road? Texas?
I
Potential.
feel like 214 might be Texas.
I feel like Texas.
The leaves.
We can go look for some street signs.
It would be great if it was just Rhode Island.
I'm just gonna walk behind me and think
Warwick?
I'm an idiot.
Just every time Warwick.
One of these times, law and percentages.
Oh, here we go.
Texas.
Yep.
Okay.
Bang.
Where in Texas though?
Texas is very big. It's got to be north
it
because they
is.
losing leaves on the trees. It's a little ironic that it is Texas to start with the finals.
Very
Shout out to
true.
Jamie.
He says Dallas.
I think
We can
that
guess
was just-
Dallas. Do we want to just guess Dallas for the fuck of it? So we don't have to keep going.
Sure.
Oh my god.
Look at
It's
that.
Dallas. That's
I
insane.
didn't know Dallas loses the leaves on the trees.
Apparently.
That is
It's
wild
cold.
considering the circumstances that we
Yeah.
start with Dallas.
This is
That's
this is
insane.
bad omen.
Nah.
Sam, the 5th seed, has never won the title.
Let's see. Turn it around. Let's see
Fuck
what
are
we're
we?
working with.
Rite Aid.
Harbor Freight.
Are those Florida plates?
They have Xfinity. So there are places you can rule out because of that. Like it's not North Carolina.
There's no Xfinity in North Carolina.
I don't believe so.
Let me see these license plates.
They're all blurred.
I'm very afraid, but
Are you thinking it's Rhode Island?
no, I don't know what that round table is.
Let's go find a
Rhode Island every single time.
street sign.
What a time to put the stream on. Wayne Spooty comes in. We're just looking on GeoGuessr.
Welcome.
It's only within the U.S., Wade.
This is somewhere that gets the seasons because you can see the
Yeah,
trees are very clearly blooming.
Trying to help him help us.
Baymont?
Mm.
Is that
No, that's all hotels. So this has to be the biggest city in the whole state. Not true.
Oh, here we go. Okay.
that's
I was
Just
close.
gets down around here.
I did think it was Rhode Island.
Oh wow, way north. But yeah, sure.
Oh, nice little city.
Say it, Sam.
This is West Warwick. I'll tell you that right now.
it's not Pawtucket.
No, Pawtucket doesn't have like this much trees. It's much closer together.
Hmm.
I don't know. It's tough because I want to be like Connecticut. You can tell I'm very well versed in travel. Oh, what's the flag?
Fire department.
Look out for motors. Don't give up. Nice little. Someone said Forrest Gump's home.
Greenville. Where's
So,
Greenville, people?
there's
We
a
do have a
Greenville.
Greenville here.
North
There-
Carolina.
There's a South Carolina, Greenville, South Carolina, but there's got to be multiple.
Probably a
Greenvilles.
million Greenvilles.
Yeah.
I am actually having a blast.
This feels
fun,
like
right?
South Carolina.
Everyone in this building probably thinks I'm a massive moron for just having this. So funny.
Imagine if I was there. They wouldn't think anything of you. They'd be like, who is this guy? He just keeps talking about Rhode Island.
And if we just have like Joe come up in the background all of a sudden.
White Cliff. He'd probably help. He'd probably be like,
I think it would be
He'd
it.
feel bad. He would feel bad for us.
He would like the challenge.
He would be like, these poor guys are lost. Let me help them get home.
There's just no street signs anywhere, huh? Oh, okay, this looks like a main road, right? Kind
Going
of.
back. RJ just sent us a content idea for Talkin' Seas.
I'll bet. There's got to be a street sign up here somewhere, right? Surely.
Just got no street signs. They got nothing
Thanks,
going on
Jimmy.
here.
That seems like South Carolina.
Do we want to just rip South Carolina?
we don't have to rise and fire just yet. I'm all for patience, but
Our best run ever is like 9K, and we're already at that through 2 rounds. Actually, we'll keep that separate. That's our best world run. We can.
Did you write that down yesterday?
I think I have it somewhere, but I would need to find it.
That's clutch.
Ooh, trash bins.
We're back.
We're not back. We're gone again. Shit. Shit. Come on.
You gotta edit this, buddy.
We're cooked. Why?
No, not
This is
anymore.
talking.
Yeah, I don't
we don't have to
upload them as individual videos anymore because they just do better when they're on like under the live tab. Like they just accrue some
nice.
views and it's not
Good.
it's not even worth like eating
No
up the
more
rest of
muzzling.
everything.
Wayne and Spoonie, they recycle, so probably not the South. Salt. Where does the South begin to you guys? I might have brought this up before. The girlfriend thinks it's Delaware. I don't think it's
Hell
Delaware.
no.
I think it's
No, Delaware's not the South.
no.
I think everything below Washington is probably the South. DC.
Okay. It's not that far from Delaware.
Like Virginia. No, it's not. But Delaware is definitely. I mean, Delaware doesn't exist, so it can be whatever the fuck it wants.
ISO Joe's from Delaware.
Delaware is basically the very
Lawrence.
Lawrence Mercer.
Is probably not
Lawrence,
used to something.
Massachusetts. Shout out to the minivan.
Get your head out of the gutter.
They do recycle
Head out of the gutter.
Out of the northeast gutter.
Okay.
out of George's Niang's gutter.
I don't want to be there.
It does.
724.
Ooh, Greenville, PA. Does that say PA?
It doesn't say Oh, I'm looking at the top. Hold on.
Right here, Greenville, PA. Is there
Yeah,
Greenville,
it does say PA.
So where's Greenville, PA?
Oh, we might be
Okay,
back.
now we're on the hunt. Can I make this bigger? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, let's get hunting, fellas. I'm glad you guys are as locked in as I am.
We might have to do another round of this.
Facts. It's like at the end of practice when Pierce is like, put another 20 on the board.
I'm at the Celtics practice field just being a fucking moron. I love this. Excuse me. That definitely says PA, right?
Yeah.
There's Greenberg.
This is going to be so electric if we find it.
Would you like me to Google Greenville, PA?
No,
no
that's cheating. That's cheating.
Williams
Just to see where it is on
it's
the
probably
map
in
that
this
we
area,
don't-
Jack.
No, that's cheating. That's cheating. Are there any something A's, like other something A state codes? Like,
There's MA.
you know what I'm saying?
Like letter and then
It's
A.
not MA though. Yeah,
CA.
true. But I think that's a P.
I don't know where you're seeing that.
It's on this
the-
little card. I think you can see it right there. You see
Greenville's
this
near
one right here.
Jamestown. Jamestown,
PA.
Pennsylvania.
If you zoom in, it definitely says Greenville, PA.
Where is Jamestown? Is that what Chad said?
Yeah, look, Michael Hilly. Hilly, if you cheated, though, that's going to be devastating.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I trust Michael.
Where's Jamestown though?
Northeast.
Northeast.
Northwest, he says. Made a
Oh.
mistake.
Clutch, Michael Hilly.
We drove through here, Bobby.
Did you?
Well, I mean, yeah, on our way to up there, we drove right through this place.
Perhaps we saw Greenville.
Shit.
I saw Garland just now.
Oh, Jamestown.
Wow! We did it!
Let's pop it.
Let's go.
We got a mile away. That's incredible. Holy shit.
Good work. Good work.
That was
Look
electric.
at that. Come on, chat. Tell me that wasn't electric. Okay.
Now
Florida,
this.
right? Ooh. Are we in Hawaii?
It looks like it.
This looks kind of like
It's got to be Hawaii.
it's got to be Hawaii.
Yeah, right. Question is where?
Westerly, Rhode Island.
Yeah, exactly. This is now. This looks like California to me, though. It doesn't look like. I don't know. There's
Maybe it is.
island type foliage. Imagine
you
playing
have-
this game with like a nature expert or like a floral expert.
That's what
like,
they
he
do.
knows-
Oh, they must.
They'll say like
feet.
that's Brazilian dirt.
Oh, here we go.
I'm so serious. Okay, yeah. Napoli,
It's
Kahana.
gotta be.
This is certainly not the mainland.
No.
There's
I found it.
Those look like relatively big cities, though. So like it feels like it has to be on Kapalua, Kahana, Napili.
Kahuku.
Have either of you guys been to Hawaii?
Kapalua, right there.
No.
We
Where?
got it. Top left. Top left.
Oh. So that's north. So that's going north. So it'd be south of both of those things. So it'd be like here. Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, right down the street.
Light work.
Come on, baby. Last one. We got a huge score coming in.
$5,000 worth of tickets. That's gonna be electric.
North Fork.
Baptist Church. Come on, chat. Look at this.
We are just the dumbest of the dumb.
We're cooking. Celtics are in the finals in a week. We're playing fucking GeoGuessr.
That's what they get for making it a week, man.
We covered everything.
This looks like some Field of Dreams.
Next roundtable, we're playing GeoGuessr Battle Royale.
Wow.
Jones Hill
That's
Fire
gonna feed
Department.
families.
Oh, what is this?
The camera quality went to fucking.
Killed
They
right
take
here.
this picture on a friggin' trash can?
Holy
That's
And all of a
shit.
something
sudden
that was bad
smudged up
improv.
the lens.
How much are Celtics playoff tickets? Celtics playoff tickets, it was $950 to get in the door. Last I saw. Jones Mill.
Unincorporated, useless. Okay, cool. Fuck you.
Arkansas?
Perhaps. Oh my god, this side of the road is unwatchable.
A lot of corn. Nebraska.
Flip ass low quality.
For real.
Ooh, what's this?
Look, a home.
Oh baby,
Tennessee.
come on, come on.
The
You want to
Vols.
look for a city, or does you want to pop Tennessee?
Now let's look for a city.
I love that y'all are investing now.
We're playing this till we get Rhode Island. You guys are staying at the
gotten-
hour back. Until...
I've gotten the town next to me here before.
Did you snipe it immediately?
I knew it because of the slogan on the street signs. Yeah.
Nothing crazier if you were like just right in front of your own house.
Terrifying.
Oh my God.
That's too much.
Oh my God.
I don't know how much we're going to see on this road, fellas.
Google Maps at one point had my dad walking my dog as part of the picture.
Really? That's
Yeah.
incredible. I don't know how much information we're going to get here, guys.
Well, let's run with a Tennessee guess.
You just want to snipe Tennessee?
Yeah.
Did we go Knoxville then?
Yeah.
Oh,
Good
that
answer.
hurts.
It was in
That hurts.
Paris.
All right, we'll take it. We'll take it. Hey, clap it up. 22K.
Good job. Good
Okay.
job. Good showing. Sam refuses to clap, it looks like.
I clapped.
That's big time.
It,
That's big
it wasn't
time.
coming through. It was below.
All right, Chad. Thank you for sticking around with us. Bobby, any final thoughts?
No, that was electric.
Amazing. Well, appreciate y'all for tuning in. Check out Bobby's work at si.com/NBA/Celtics, and I'll let Sam take it out.
Yeah, thank you very much for listening and watching. If you stayed to the end, you truly are a soldier. You can subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you don't miss any of our daily uploads. Jack and I have pods for you Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. We have game recaps the morning after each game, and we have other videos in between to keep you busy up until the finals. We also have these Talkin' Seas streams Monday, Wednesday, Friday mornings. Tentatively, you see it was 3 o'clock today when we started. It's just one of those things right now. The playoffs are very busy. Celtics have media availability, so we have to move around. You can also find Celtics the Roundtable here around 6 p.m. on Tuesdays. Again, gets moved around. And you can find Jack and I for pregame. And that does not get moved around. Half hour before every single one. Big thanks to Bobby for hanging out with us. Give him a follow on Twitter at Bobby Kvitzy. You can find his coverage of the Celtics on Inside the Celtics, part of SI Media. You can find our pods and game recaps on Spotify and Apple. If you only want the audio versions, those are there for you. So if you leave a 5-star review, we would appreciate that very much. You can also find us via email, hbtcpod@gmail.com. If you want to get in touch with us, Jack and I will be recording tomorrow. So if you have thoughts on the finals, thoughts on whatever, rat list, GeoGuessr, let us know. We'll read them on the show. You can find our socials at How About Them C's for Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Facebook's the name of the pod. Our streams are there. They're on YouTube, and they are on Twitter. Jack's Twitter is at JacksMonNBA. Mine is the Sam LaFrance NBA. That's it for us. Bye.